Like, I'm trying to be cute. Do you think I'm cute? Like, babies don't have genders. That's me. Anyways, this is my son as a gift for my top surgery, which is what I'm going to talk about today. I got my top surgery September 10th, and I got it with Dr. Fang, and he works out of Mount Sinai. And my insurance covered it, so all I had to pay for was the anesthesia, which is $400. But the surgery itself can go up to like $30,000. Because originally I wanted to see Dr. Hazen, who's really popular within the trans communities, but she's $30,000 and doesn't take my insurance. So I went with Dr. Fang, and what he does is he basically drew out how my scars would look. So he doesn't show any pictures. Typically, you want to ask if the surgeon has any photos. If not, you can go to transbucket.com, but transbucket.com is specifically for trans people because those are photos of like people's bodies that they're posting to inform other people like what the surgery might look like. So if you're not trans, please don't use that site. Anyways, so he drew out how my scars would look. And there's different ways that scars can look. So there's like the straight lines, there's curved lines, and then there's like kind of curved. And there's also ones that like connect and ones that don't connect. So when he originally drew it, he did kind of draw them curved and not connecting in the center. So I was really nervous because I didn't want it to look like a boob outline. I wanted it to just outline like a pec muscle, which is what he said. But I was like really nervous and was like obsessing about it because this is a surgery where the scars are gonna last forever. So I went on TransBucket, I found a picture I really liked and I sent it to him. And he was very responsive and said yes, he could do it that way, and he did. So I will show you what my chest looks like in a second. But really, it was a really like good experience, I would say. The only thing is like when I walked into the hospital, I was misgendered. I was called ma'am, which I'm called ma'am on a daily basis. So it didn't like faze me, but it was annoying because I was going to a place where I'm like affirming my gender, but then I'm not being affirmed. But once I was like within the surgical unit, I don't know if that's the right word, the department where I needed to be, I wasn't misgendered, so that was fine. So yeah, I went in at 6 a.m. My friend picked me up. Not my friend anymore because when I was canceled, he believed the people who canceled me instead of believing me looking at the receipts I had. But anyways, no shade or no tea, whatever. I just miss him a lot. But anyways, he picked me up. We went there and I was there from literally, not kidding, like 7 a.m. to like 7 p.m. And like the surgery only takes 3 hours. But what happened was, number one, the screening process takes a little while. Setting up the room takes a while. But also somebody was still getting surgery before me. So I had to like wait. But I brought a book and it was like fine. But honestly, I remember like I went in the room, you know, where the table is. I said, I'm nervous. And then they put this like warm weighted blanket on me that like conforms to your body. Like it compresses you and it feels like a hug. And I just closed my eyes, went to sleep. And I woke up around 5 p.m. And then for me, the first 3 days are the worst because like it doesn't hurt after, but like right after, but you can't move your arms. So like when you go to the bathroom, it takes like 30 minutes. When, I don't know, just like you can't really move. Like I couldn't even get out of bed to go to the bathroom. Like my housemate, who I love very much, literally had to lift me out of bed and made me food. And then like I was able to move more. Because basically like the first week is really when you can't move. But then like the second week you can move, but you still need help. Because basically, so I'll show you. So yes, I was trying to be sexy, so that's why I'm wearing my parade. So if you follow my Instagram, you'll see me post pictures of me in their underwear. Okay. Anyways, so it looks like this. See? The scars are like right under the pec muscle, but they're not curved. Because some people get theirs like in here and curved. And I did not want that because that would make me so dysphoric. So I just asked for this. And it looks really good. I would say my favorite thing about having a flat chest is getting, like, being able to wear, like, these kinds of shirts, these, like, little shirts, because I always wanted to see, like, flat, you know? And it's like, I look like the gay boy of my dreams. So I love it. And I love, like, being able to take a shower and, like, yeah, and I like being able to, like, feel the shirts on my skin. So basically, after surgery, I had to wear the ACE wrap and a compression over me. But the second week, I was able to take it off and, like, look at my chest, because you have to change the dressings. And it was a really good feeling. Like, trans people just want to be able to wear shirts and take a shower. Like, that's all we want. No, we want liberation too, but that's besides the point. But yeah, it took me like a really long time, I would say, to feel like completely healed of surgery. Okay, when you're first recovering, your arms can only go like this. Like, you can't move them. So when you take off your underwear, you have to be like very slow. And also there's something called post-op depression. So I want to talk about that, because going into this, I was like, oh, it's going to be so magical and amazing. And it was, but I also was incredibly, well, one, I wasn't medicated at the time for my bipolar disorder, but I was like really depressed because I couldn't move my arms, and I was just like stuck in bed all the time. Or if I would go for a walk, I would get lightheaded. So things like that. And like, something I just want to like talk about is like, I hate when cis people, so cis meaning not trans, people tell me, when they see my scars, and I'm like so excited, and I'm like, I want to share this with you, like bask in my joy with me. And they're like, oh, don't worry, your scars will fade. And I'm like, bitch, I don't want my scars to fade. Like, I love being trans. Like, I love my trans body. I love my scars so much. Like, he did the scars perfectly. Like, why would I want them to fade? Thanks for hanging out, and my son and I say goodbye. Say goodbye. Bye-bye. Okay, bye.